All right, JustinCredible's not really a nomad. He's kind of I guess a camper kind of guy. He lives in or he does, I guess, live in his RV there. That remember the purple RV anyway. He's actually building a very nice little cottage there on the bay there in Vancouver, and his mom passed away recently, and I've heard rumblings that maybe still has her apartment around. Who knows? But anyway, he has been a nomad. He does kind of organize basically a lot of the folks that live in the Vancouver area in their vehicles. There's a lot of people in Vancouver that live in trucks, not trucks. They live in vans and RVs and stuff like that, and that's kind of his thing. But, so he's not really a nomad, but he's been very, very vocal the last year and a half on what's going on with the V and the C and the V. We're going to say that we're going to just do that because the bots are listening. They're listening. Anyway, he's rather upset because, again, the mandates, all these mandates going on, lockdowns going on, and they're all kind of coming back now with the variant hitting. Hospitals are filling up, as we all know in the news, right? But now what he's saying is this is a reach for government control. This is a reach where government wants to, run everything, or basically not run everything, but keep, watching, controlling you, watching you. And it's, the mask mandates he's talking about now, how, restaurants are now being forced to require, in certain places like British Columbia, they won't let you in unless you are wearing a mask. Well, that's not uncommon. That's been happening. A lot of places have, again, here in North Carolina, a lot of stores we recommend you wear a mask, but if you're not wearing a mask, they don't say anything, okay? And you see maybe 75% of the people wearing masks, okay? So, that's that. So, but I think what he's even more concerned about are the phone apps. The phone apps, where you will have an app on your phone that will literally say whether you've had 1, 2, 3, or 4 booster shots or whatever. He says some of these apps actually have room for 8 booster shots. And we've got 2 shots now. You've got your COVID. You've got your what you call it, the Pfizer, the Moderna, which are 2 shots, and then there's the J&J, which is 1 shot. But everybody's requiring now additional shots. There's going to be a 3rd shot for the Moderna and the Pfizer, and maybe more as we get every 6 months. Who knows, for the variants, for the whatevers. And there's going to be an additional J&J, and then we're all going to have apps on our phones, and the government's going to be able to spy on us and see who's been vaccinated and who's not been vaccinated, and then you won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to go to sports events or go into the grocery store or do anything without showing your app. And it's kind of like that Orwellian future that, hey, that, well, the government will know even more and more and more about you. And then perhaps somewhere down the line, it won't just be your vaccinations on the app, but it'll be your entire health history. And then, it's just a step into that next progression. And I think I'm getting what Justin's saying here, that we're taking a step now into this total control society where they're going to know everything about you. And you won't be able to do anything without presenting your official you've been approved by the government to go do things because of whatever shots you've gotten. Right? I think I got it. Anyway, again, I don't want to be a political channel here. I'm not a political channel, but it is interesting to see on my channel whenever I talk about, again, one of the things I talk about on my channel is nomadic living, and this whole pandemic has affected, nomadic living. People wearing masks out there when they're camping, are they not? Are they social distancing? Have they got their vaccines, etc., etc., etc.? That's all part of the whole mix here. are people getting sick? Or are they not getting sick? Is being outside better than being inside? Dabba dabba do. We had Sturgis. Did people spread something there? Who knows? Some reports said yes. Some reports didn't say anything. We see, it's an issue. It is definitely an issue, and so we do, and then we do see a number of people in my comments all the time that are very anti-VAX. They are, there is a very distinct portion of the population that are against, these. I wouldn't say they're government mandated, but they're government highly recommended. But as I think what Justin is saying, we're going from highly recommended into you better get it or you won't be able to do anything kind of things, which is pretty much a mandate. I don't know. Again, it's interesting to see Justin's views here. And we've seen Lacey Lee Elliott, who is also a fellow Canadian, doing kind of the same thing in her talks. And she was, again, a former nomad who went down to Mexico and adopted a dog. But it's just interesting to see what Justin's saying. And let me know in the comments below what you think. I can kind of guess, is this too much of a reach? Is it putting an app on your phone and then requiring that app be present and be scanned in order to get into a restaurant or take an airplane flight or go to the grocery store or wherever, go to a rock concert? Is that too much government control? Let me know.